My friends, hello everyone. I'm on today review of a very unusual Chinese brand, still little known to many people, but I already had another model for review. And today I have a model M5, and it's called FreeYond brand. In short, this model stands out its support for 5G and more amount of internal memory, 256 GB, RAM 8 GB, so blue, the box is completely blue here. It is written that it seems like here is this company somehow connected with Badminton Malaysia, I don't know, maybe sponsors somehow, or what is it in general? Well, unusual, 8256 color. I have black normal. That is, in appearance, I would. He said that the phone is certainly not the best interesting from a design point of view. There is essentially here, well, the design is super primitive back cover of plastic made from such a glossy camera block resembles iPhones 13, 14, and 15. That is, according to cameras are located diagonally, but hear us. And in this peephole there is not one camera, but two whole modules and a flash here single, and here is the logo on the right button. Turning on the volume rocker in the button power supply is located fingerprint scanner top microphone bottom connector for e-headphones charging speaker. Interesting. Yes, the cutouts are diagonal, and microphone on the left SIM tray. Here all its advantages are written. Well, firstly, support 5G 50 megapixels, 6.8-inch camera, almost full HD, full screen, HDP 120Hz, 5.000 battery, 18W, fast charging, 8-core, 8-megapixel front camera, and module. How much does NFC cost now? Phone. Let me show you, but before that, let's take a quick look. Small paperclip is included. Miniature USB type. C cable block 18. W power supply, and documents in all cases. No, yes, the cover will not be included here. Will there be film on the screen? Now we will find out. Yes, film is film, already protective pasted, but with small flaws when glued, apparently not completely removed, dust from the screen. And so there are two specks of dust here stuck together. Apparently it's no big deal. Okay, turn on the phone. So the phone is lying there in the hand, of course. It's unusual at first, reminds me of some Samsung Galaxy Note or Samsung Galaxy S22, Ultra 23, ultra healthy thick, but not very thick. It's heavy and the corners don't cut your hand too much. There they are. Rounding the hand only halfway screen replacement will work as a replacement for a tablet. Unlocking here is standard for mid-budget phones. The power button is on top of the fingerprint scanner. I just put my finger on the phone. Unlocks quickly works. Without, there are also problems with face unlocking. Looking at the phone is trying to me now recognize, but something doesn't work with first times. But wait, once everything is needed, swipe up was. Yes, he will find out and need to swipe up more on the shell installed here. Well, it's like me, I understand, like something pure Android icon system on the 13th. On Android, it all works now. Well, such a customized 13th Android, very cool settings menu. Many sub-items, all in different colors. IPS screen, not AMOLED. Little screen IPS. Yes, there is a chin below. The side frames are also not the thinnest, and above. This is the front camera too. Well, not to mention that it's small neatly. Well, just everything is done simple and inexpensive screen. But 120 Hz. Now, I don't even have the maximum brightness was set. You can turn on dark either light theme or enable automatically switch depending on there is automatic brightness adjustment from time to time. There is a night light. Reading mode is possible. Adjust the phone according to color rendition. It seems to me that he is more in tune. Cold color rendering can be set more, for example, warm, here, or default. A further screen shutdown time can be change font size change. By the way, where does the font size change? Auto-rotate screen refer rate is hours, update frequency. So where exactly is what I wanted main size icon fonts? I wonder where changes, maybe someone wants it. Get yourself a bigger font splash screen. And you can even hide the top one this part so as not to see this hole in screen. You can simply paint it black. The color will be like an old phone 17th, 16th year. From a large black frame at the top is unusual. Of course, it's like that now. Let it go. Remains as default sizes. I found icons where they can be regulated very wide, adjust wide functionality, but the font size is fair, saying something I can't even find it yet, just so that the font changes. And yes, found in the firmware. There are some moments that are not. I set the bottom ones on the navigation bar, classic 3 buttons for Android, but you can also use navigation. A stripe appeared, and that's it. By the way, everything happens with the help of gestures. The animations are quite smooth. Surprisingly, my phone really flies. Gesture animations fly, but I still prefer buttons. Buttons can be swapped button back. And the menu of running applications can be swapped places in settings. By not a regular IPS screen, the most expensive, but at the same time a good one that its still full HD pixels are striking. And that 120 Hz the screen here is from such an average category. Of course, now they are leaving more and more change them to OLED van. So what do we have here? Processor, because there is support here, there is a 5G processor here from the line, not just MediaTek Helio G. And already MediaTek DEM and the MediaTek processor is installed here. Demon 6020 is one of the best now budget processors with 5G support. The media library is essentially the same layout as in Helio G99, differs only in that has support for 5G, and Helio G99 has two powerful Cortex-A76 cores here. Frequency 2.2 and 6 energy-efficient Cortex cores of 55, that is performance, will be on par with Helio G99, and this is not bad. Now, telephones with Helio G99 sometimes sells even more than for $200, and this one costs $160. Then yes, well, on the whole, it's still tolerable as if Mali G57 video accelerator the most. The main thing, a lot of memory, 8256, and I haven't watched Sim yet, Trey. You need to see what can be there. Well, for now, I'll show you the results to Antutu and Guy 408000 points, and only heated up to 37 degrees. The processor is cold and lost 1% in time. A for passing the test. 1% just a battery. Well, here's the back one. The back cover is plastic glossy. It is, of course, not practical. Dust collects fingerprints immediately after use, if use without a cover. But there is no cover in you need to buy a set. It will be all stained and rather slippery surface. That is, it can just come from the table, slip out of your hand. So it's still advisable to look some, by the way. You know that it might even be the glass is so strong covering the case for this phone in any way. I would only go with a cover like this. The specifications say that here, double-sided glass on the front glass and back. Well, in my opinion, strange, of course, a solution in such a budget phone to make glass on the back. This is extra risk, and it's still here, plastic frame. Well, it seems better to me if only they could make something cheaper, cheap matte, textured plastic. It would be more reliable and cheaper, and not so. He weighed a lot. So what do we see here? The SIM lock is not covered. The rubber bands on the phone are not waterproof. That is, you should never dip it in water case. It's impossible. But it has support 2 SIM cards and a flash drive at the same time. Flash drive support is not the same here. There is a strong need because already in the basic version, there are 256 gigs at once internal memory. It is fast and complex, occupied with something so that she doesn't. Enough, so basically everything is here, made universally as convenient as possible for the user. The only thing for me is this. I don't understand why no case, but although if only they could put the cheapest cover, it would be much nicer. Look what large icons here. You can open the menu applications, it will be formed. According to the alphabet is not just all applications placed on the desktop, A in the menu applications. And what large icons are there? Nice. You know, you're just looking if you don't even have very good eyesight on such a big screen and you can see everything large. Everything is so massive, that is, not need to take a closer look. They're to be afraid that you will click in the wrong place here, just like on a tablet. It's interesting. Does it support? It is horizontal orientation in the menu. No, does not support vertical. Only you can't. How to do it on a tablet. Unfortunately, turn the desktop upside down too. Horizontal orientation is not possible. This is the only way to do it vertically work. Well, this is bad. I think if only they would bring it here, support. Here is such a horizontal format would be cool. What's on tablet side is such a small tablet NFC module here. Yes, you can use contactless payment NFC present memory speed here UFS 2.2 speed standard above 500 MB per second. But that's the speed. The records are certainly not that big 287 multi-touch test. Some 2 companies save money making a sensor for 5 touches here. 10 touches here. What does the multitasking menu look like? Throw away 1 application at a time. Or here's how. On all Androids at once close everything. And he writes how much you have used, how much you cleared, too convenient to at least approximately understand. Well, the most favorite throttling test, and it's completely green. No throttling, very successful processor. And by the way, he recently started put in the phone, this one here is 6020. I think he will be very popular in coming years. Although in fact it does not contain nothing new. If you understand it like this, roots, we can say that this is the same, the most 700, well, realistically, that is, according to characteristics, it completely matches, just rename it in old phones. For example, some Poco M4 Pro 5G. Remember, this is how he came out, if I'm not mistaken at all, in the 21st year. That is, well, the processor is not new, but because he is lucky to rename him to put it in new, because he called it basically gives normal performance for your money. Normal video core supports fast memory, and of course he has module 5G, that is, it can also be fast use the internet if you have it present in the region. But of course people can be upsetting and you can say scare, this is this brand, this is this general unknown. Yes, I think so in general. Now it's like such a curiosity in ours, in our places. Yes, in our locations, this is the phone FreeYond. That is, you are with it, you'll come somewhere, even people won't know what this is it. And with accessories, I think too. It won't be as simple as in the past. Known brand. Find something on it, find spare parts. That is, now only he is gaining momentum and is now really, it will be somehow, well, probably to people. They will take a closer look. And it's still difficult, there will be just such a massive audience. This phone has this brand in general collect. Although if they release interesting models in terms of price qualities, people will simply begin to notice them, and they will start little by little, as if study by some reviews. Yes, leave it that is. Well, it will start like this, flourishing, if they do everything competently. So this is PUBG. Mobile is possible. Call this phone for your money gaming because there's a good one here. Gaming performance, it gets hot, more in the camera area as always. Already heating is felt small. You can play the graphics are normal. By the way, I set the maximum possible with quadruple anti-aliasing image. Nice and nothing lags at all. Oh, display saturated bright about 600 nits brightness. It's not bad here by cameras. It's just like me. I understood 2 cameras, but these cameras I don't found the information. Now let's see they do. They provide any functionality at all? Well, it's definitely not a Shirik or a telephoto. The maximum zoom here is 4 times digital when recording video too. For sure recording yes, 4x and video recording format with us 2K maximum full _HD can be selected, but only 30 FPS front. 8 megapixel camera quality here. Full recordings only HD has night mode, photo mode. Film mode can be different here. Filters select portrait mode with blurring the background is UHD. This 50 megapixel macro lens mode. Yes, here is one of the cameras. This is a macro, the second one portraiture looks so classic plugs. So let's check how he takes photos in his coolest UHD resolution, 50 megapixels. Here it is, this rear camera, so let's take a photo. So let's take a look at the letters like this. Well, look at it, the lowest letters he can. Well, in principle, probably not. No, probably this is the 3rd line. Yes, he normal still to IB, but here it is already. It's no longer clear what kind of letter this is, not clear, but overall very good. But even the second one can still be seen from below. Well, there's only probably in principle, yes, for 50 megapixels is a very good result for such an inexpensive phone. This photo is really cool, really, guys. See which one. Detail X, this is far away. There is a sign I have. Go ahead and do it yourself. Well, overall, it will be fine. Let's go now and check the night mode. How it works here is without night auto mode, but this is night mode. Well, yes, a little night. Brighten up the balcony in the house, for example. Well, then there you see everything is very, very lost smeared. That there is, well, of course, nothing from the camera's supernatural, but basically their own money. It works 100% in terms of sound. Let's listen to the sound here. Mono sound is not stereo, is the maximum speaker volume. Odie is downstairs, 5 holes. Wow, funny standard ringtones here, and even the speaker has a little bass. I would probably give him a 4. Good, just such a tight foursome, sounds good. Not too loud, but higher average, and also slightly higher in quality average. Yes, guys, it looks like we have here real glass installed, very unusual for a phone priced up to 200. Because of this, the phone weighs 215 G, damn, unusual 215 G. And if there is also a case, and if glass instead of film, remove film gluing, the glass will not weigh at all. It will be small. Thickness is almost 9 mm, and specifically 8.96 length, 616.8 centimeters. Well, 168 mm and width 76 I7, that is. Such a phone is quite larger battery is true, 5,000. Of course, I would like 6,000, but 5,000, 1.5 days of active work, that's enough. In general, this is the model it worked out. I can highlight very good processor for the money. Huge amount of memory. Also I like that they left the connector here for wired headphones. There is a fast. The included charger is not great though. Fast. Of the minuses, by the way, the camera. No, very similar. I thought it would be worse than the camera. Normal speaker good. No cons, very interesting design. More precisely, it is here, just know. If you close the logo altogether, I don't know what kind of phone this is, are essentially two stupid cameras. It would be better Shirik instead. It was very easily soiled. Back surface is slippery. I would do plastic. I would make the battery bigger, so that it somehow compares to other phones, stood out, and perhaps something else. We'll probably put a case in the kit, then it's no longer unusual. Without a cover, the Chinese phone will have to be unpacked. Somehow, the model itself bothered me so popular, it will take a long time to search. I think that's why these are the advantages, Cons. Well, overall, it's just working. Horse new model. Why not on 13th Android? Good luck to everyone. See you soon.